Have you spoken to the president regarding Venezuela? I know you've been in the forefront with that with Senator Rubio down in Miami. You guys recently had a rally in support of Venezuela and what's happening there. Can you give us an update on what your office is doing?
Sure. We just had a rally a couple weeks ago for Leopoldo Lopez. I gave him the Medal of Freedom and talked to his wife by phone. Lillian had gone back because she was worried about his health. And part of that rally was to call on Maduro to release Leopoldo Lopez and all the political prisoners. I mean, Venezuela is now being run by Maduro and a bunch of thugs from Cuba, and we need democracy and peace. I've had a variety of conversations with President Trump, the Trump administration, and about Cuba, the fact that what Obama did not work. There's not more freedom there today. The fact that we've got to hold people in Venezuela accountable, and part of what I believe is more democracy and more trade with Latin America is good for our state, but also it's good for everybody down there. And what's happening in Cuba and Venezuela is horrible for the individuals. I mean, can you imagine? Just think about this. Can you imagine bringing a child into a Venezuelan family today and not having the right medicine, being not sure you have the amount of food you need? I mean, that's just horrible.
But are sanctions in order for Venezuela?
Well, we clearly have to stop doing business with a country that is killing peaceful protesters, imprisons anybody that is against Maduro and his thugs from Cuba.
And lastly, speaking of Cuba, do you think that President Trump should repeal President Obama's measure of increasing trade there and travel?
Well, we know it hasn't worked.
Right.
I mean, let's look at Raul Castro. I mean, when Fidel Castro died, there should have ushered in a new era of freedoms and things like that. It's just the opposite. It seems like it's gotten as bad or worse. He's arresting and beating up ladies in white and Tunis and others. So I know President Trump is taking his time to come up with a plan. I've had a lot of conversations with he and his administration about it, and I look forward to working with him to try to do everything we can to promote democracy and freedom in Cuba.
And I can't get you to answer the question if you're going to run 2018 for the U.S. Senate, can I?
That's in 2018. It's 2017. There's a lot of politicians always seem to be focused on their next office. I've got about 590 days in this job left. We're going to be number one for jobs, number one for education, and we're going to do everything we can to keep people safe.